Welcome to the Book Buzz Show with Cheryl, where we dive into the captivating world of books. Here at the Book Buzz Show, we encourage you to make your pages turn with joy and immerse yourself in a magical literary experience. Enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to the Book Buzz Show. I'm your host, Cheryl Brooks. And if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you enjoy the upcoming show, please like, subscribe, and follow the broadcast. Especially, please like the episode. It helps the show get noticed, so that would be greatly appreciated. Also, please be sure to stick around for our second segment where my co host and I share our book highlight of the week. Um, our book highlight doesn't have to be anything that we read this week, basically, just anything that stood out to us that we've read that was a 4 or 5 star for us, so we can share it with other book lovers. And then if you have read any of our highlights, please let us know in the comments as well and let us know your thoughts on it as well. Also, in addition to being a live stream, the Book Buzz Show is also a podcast. So be sure to check us out when you're on the go at the Book Buzz Show with Cheryl, wherever you get your podcasts. And you can always have us, whether you're at home or you're on the go. Okay, so we have a great show in store for you this evening. Our guest tonight has been on the show a couple of times now. And we had a great time each time. So I'm excited to talk to her again about her latest books. Supreme is the book that we're going to be talking about tonight, which is book one in the Love Brothers series. And here is the cover. Let me put it on screen. Love the cover too. For those who are watching again, for those who are listening later again, that's Supreme. And it's part of the Love Brothers series, book one. It's 3 books in the series. One is coming out tomorrow, actually, the third book. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on tonight's guest, along with my co-host for this evening, Jennifer Copeland. And bring them on screen. Welcome, Aries Skye, back to the show.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to sit with you guys.
Yes, it was a great time last time you were here. We were talking about Love on the Ninth Floor, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. Another great read. And actually, I just started reading book two,
Love on the
Love and Rebound.
Rebound.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you don't know Angela's story.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to finishing that and then going on to the third one when it comes out next year.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to get right into it. Um, because I asked you last time, probably the last 2 times I probably asked you um, about your writing journey, I won't go into that this time. People in the audience, if you want to hear that, please check out our previous broadcast where we were talking about Love on the Ninth Floor and we go through all of that. All right. So, um, I didn't ask you this last time, and I do ask sometimes, what is your writing process? I'm curious to know, like, what comes first to you? Is it the characters or the plot? Do you outline things like that?
Oh man, so definitely the characters come first for me. I'm so character focused.
Mm-hmm.
I do a whole like character bible on them, and then they kind of like I have an idea of what I want to write about, of course, but once I have the characters in mind, the story kind of flows to me through the characters that I create.
Okay.
And as far as outlining, what's funny is I did not start out being an outliner. I was like, no. It was hard, but then like I was kind of forced to organize my thoughts. And
Okay, yeah.
for a traditional publisher, a lot of times they want to know, you know, a breakdown of what the story,
Mm,
and then you kind of end up having to outline your thoughts. And now I can't work without an outline, so it's like
okay.
I have to outline now because I was like, maybe too, I'm getting a little bit older, so maybe my organized chaos works out better that way.
But isn't that funny how things change and how you thought you could never outline and now that's all that you've been doing it, it's become like a routine to you.
Yes, it's a routine now, so it's like now I live by it. I'm like, oh, hold on, let me get these thoughts out. Let me get this organized before I start this story.
And then too, you figure too, if you're doing series especially, it probably comes in handy. But you say you outline your characters anyway, but keeping everything
It does
straight.
help with series, especially if
Mhm.
it's not a standalone. Love, like with the Love On series, it was more standalone. Like there are
Right.
certain things I knew that I was gonna have to carry over just because they're sisters.
Right.
But for the most part, everybody has their own story. But like with the Love Brothers series, it's a continuation. So that I
Hmm.
have to like you have to keep up with what's going on. You can't forget the details.
Right, right. And especially the type of story that it is, and we're going to get into that too, because it seemed like, and maybe I'm mistaken, but is it like a departure for you as far as this type of story? Is it like something new?
It well, urban romance is new. I wanted to dive into urban romance. That was my, next thing. I was kind of like, well, I'm over here with the love on. It's contemporary. It's sweet. It's all these things. But I do want to kind of get into that other bag with the urban, with the urban guys, because I like a good urban romance myself as a
Right,
reader. So
right, right.
I was like, I love it, and then too, Love On is traditionally published, and so there's a time frame you have to wait before your books come out. And I was like, you know what? Well, in between, keep my name buzzing and things going. Let's try something a little bit different. So I was like, yeah, this is two sides of Aries. You got the hot hallmark, and you got the streets,
Right.
the star streets. So I was like, so you got that part. Like the indie stuff would be more so the urban romance, but contemporary, I'm keep on the traditional
Right, right, right. But it keeps things, interesting. I would think being able to do different genres and not get bogged down into one. Um,
Yes.
and Lisa is saying she loves the cover.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love you too. I was like, ooh, this is so sweet to me.
Hey, Katina, thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Hey, Sherelle, yes, you made it on time.
Hello.
Oh man. Um, okay, so what advice would you give to someone just starting out in their writing journey? I don't think I asked you that last time, and it's something that I normally ask.
Oh my god. See, like this one is a two-parter for me because there are writers and then there are authors. Authors are both, of course. But if you're someone who just wants to write, I mean, because you might write for your job, their school. That is just what you do. You just like to write, not necessarily to be published. So the first bit of advice would go to both, like the person who wants to be an author and this person who just wants to be a writer. I say study your craft. Always be a student of the craft because it's one of those things, and it's we say practice makes perfect and all of this stuff, and that's I won't say perfect, but practice lets you get better. At
Right,
what you
right.
do. You should not still be in the same space on book 20 as you was on book one. Like
Right,
you have to
right.
learn to grow and evolve. Your voice should change, your prose will change, all those things. Just always be a student. But if you do want to go into being an author, which is basically just publishing your work for public consumption, I would say learn the business of publishing because writing is your passion, that's your craft, but being an author, that's definitely a business.
Mhm.
Publishing is a business. And you need to take it as serious as you take your 9 to 5. Learn about that industry and all the things that you need to, know to be able to be successful. Um, and just because you don't want to also be taken advantage
Right. It's definitely, definitely.
of. Right.
Um, Now, because a few authors have said that too, that learning the business part of it.
Yes.
And then um, now, since you have the best of both worlds with the indie and the traditional publishing, is it one that you prefer over the other?
Actually, you know, I like them equally, but I like them equally for different reasons.
Mm.
So, for traditional, it's like I can write the story and just turn it over. You know, they do everything else. They do the rest. They do the editing. They do the cover. All of those things that are yours to handle on the indie side, they handle it. So it lifts a burden,
Right, right.
and then two plus if you have a deal where they're doing all of the formats, that's something that you also don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about printing and getting it up on these different sites for ebooks. You don't have to worry about, doing your own audiobook if that's a part of your deal. They do your audiobook for you. So it's like it has its pros because those are things that I don't have to worry about. I just assist, give my input, but they handle it. But on the indie side, you do have the control. That control is a factor. So it's like if
Right.
I want to say my release date is this date, or I want to push it up or move it back, I can do that. If there's certain things I don't like, my cover or certain things, that I want to do, then I can do it. So it's the best of both worlds,
Hmm.
so to
Hmm.
speak. So you just kind of have to know what's your gives and what's your takes, that you would take away from it.
I love that. And we have a question in the audience. Katina is asking, what inspires the storylines for the books, for your books?
Oh my God, it could be anything. Listen, I tell everybody it's like one story was like something ripped from the headlines. It inspired me.
Right.
Another like Love on the Rebound. That was mixed weight. It was a big thing that was going on where it was this story about these different stories kept coming out because these fit guys were with these women who people consider plus size.
Hmm.
And I was like, uh-huh. So then we write about this, because plus size girls can get love too, and they are
Hmm.
attractive too, and they're beautiful too, you know. And just like with Supreme Story, that literally is. I was sitting down talking to some of my author friends. We were just in a chat one day because we do like these writing sessions. Sometimes we don't write, we brainstorm. And I was like, I wanted, I had an idea. I wanted to write some stories and stuff in between my track. So we were just talking, and I started going with this idea. I was like, I want to do an urban romance, but I don't want it to be like street. I want it to be like
Right.
mafia ties, mob
Right.
ties, and then we were like, so that's the whole thing came about. And so I was like, hold on, wait a minute, let me write this down. And we were talking and we were giving input. I was like, wait a minute, this is good. Let me write this down.
You know what? I love that though, because I've been seeing so much negative stuff online lately between the readers and the authors. I don't know what's going on, but I love too, when I see the authors getting together and supporting each other. And another author too told me that she does that too, where she gets with her author friends and they brainstorm and they support each other and encourage each other. So I love, love, love that. Um, Let me see. We have a couple more people in the audience. Hey, Francis, thank you for joining us this evening. And Myra is saying it was good advice what you gave as far as somebody just starting out. Myra also just is starting out in her writing career, and she just published. I think this is your first stand by yourself, right, Myra? I know she did was part of an anthology before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's
Good. Yeah. See, she has a tribe already, which is good because
yeah.
everybody doesn't come in with a tribe. I was one. I didn't come in with a tribe, so it's like I was like, oh, I gotta find my tribe, y'all.
And you did with entice, because
Yeah.
the first time y'all were on, you were on with her. So, and that was
Yes.
for another book. Um, okay, so and my next question is, and I love these next questions because it's got to do with romance, and I've been asking romance authors this. Um, what's favorite romantic gesture made by one of your characters um, that stands out to you?
Now, since we are talking about Supreme tonight, I'm gonna pull this one from Supreme.
Okay.
His automatically stands out for me because him and his wife, it's two things. Him and his wife had this handshake that they did
Oh,
whenever they talked. And it was like crisscross, when it ended up like a heart at the end of it between the two of them, like their fingers form hearts with each other. And then she talked about how he left her handwritten notes. Like, because nowadays, most people text or call,
right,
say,
right.
hey, like when he got ready to leave, he would leave a note, to her, letting her know he loved her, letting her know, hey, I'm gone for the day. And she just absolutely adored that he was still in he was a young man in his 20s, late 20s, but that he actually took the time to write her handwritten notes. And so those are the things that I absolutely adore. I was like, this hardened man with these mob ties is
Right.
pimping for, for the mafia, doing these little cute handshakes and writing a love note to his wife.
And I love that too. Love it, love it. Just taking the time to write it down. And it to me it means a little more than just getting a text from somebody,
Yeah,
or email. Right.
right.
So I love that. What is your favorite romance trope to write or to read?
Now, it's funny. I don't actually write by tropes because I just, whatever the story comes to be, and then I figure out the tropes as I
Say
get into the
whatever. Yep.
story. As I get into the story. Now, I will say what I have gotten into a habit of doing. You pick it up after you see it a while. Is Insta love. So I said, if I gotta say anything, I would say it's probably Insta love writing it. It probably Insta love reading it.
Right, right, right. Now, do you still enjoy read? Do you still get to read as well as write?
I have to listen to audiobook because
Okay.
that's the only way. I don't have the time to sit down. Actually, I wish I did because I love paperbacks. I collect them still. I buy them. They'll be on my shelf. But just about if it's out on Audible, if it's on my shelf, I have it on Audible and I listen to it that way. But I
Mhm.
do still listen to it mostly at night, like when I'm getting ready for bed or something like that. I can go through it for a while and just get through it that way. But I wish I had the time to sit down and actually read the paperbacks though. But yeah, that's why I'm an audiobook girly. So
Yeah, that's
that's
where
how I
audiobooks
consume
usually come in.
it.
Yeah, it comes in handy like when your schedule is busy or you on the go a lot. Um,
Yeah.
now this is a good one. What is the most overused romance cliche that you secretly love?
Oh man, let's see. You know what? Probably bad boy, good girl. Hey, I'm
That's
writing
one that
about
I
it
love. Yeah, I
now.
love that.
It may be overused, but I love that. I love something about a good old hard man could be soft with these sweet girls.
That's a good one. I forgot about. Yeah, I love that too. I always say the one where they're running through the airport, trying to get to their loved one before they leave, or they're running or they're in traffic trying to get to the airport. That's probably mine. That's overused, but I
I
love it.
I love it too. If we're talking about just like even little simple things, people always talk about the forehead kisses. Oh, they say, hey, gonna kiss on the forehead. That's so predictable. But I love the forehead kisses. Okay. I love it's something about a good forehead kiss from a guy. It's like, oh, he just adores her. It's the sweetest thing to me. I
Oh
love
man,
it.
you know what it is? It's so intimate. I like that
Hmm.
too. I like it too. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing any comments. Jennifer, do you have Instagram pulled up? I can't I don't have it pulled up. I want to make sure we're not missing
I
anybody
don't
over
have it.
there.
I don't have it pulled up, but I can look it up.
Okay. Because Instagram doesn't show up in the main feed, so I just want to make sure we're not missing anybody. Francis is saying, yes, I love that too. The bad boy, good girl.
Yes. Oh,
Hmm.
yes. Those are like the best. Those are
Yes,
the
yes,
best
yes, yes.
ones.
um, and that's what I like too about Supreme, and because I love mafia romance. So
Yeah.
this gave me the best of both worlds with the
With
like you
the
said, it
mafia.
wasn't real street; it was more mafia type. Yeah. So I
Hmm.
loved it, loved it, loved it. Um, for those who haven't read the series yet, can you give a brief overview of what they can expect with Love Brothers series?
So the Love Brothers series is about three brothers, Supreme, Savior, and Saint. And they are basically henchmen for a mafia family. And their father aspires to move them up the chain and become a member of the family syndicate. And
Hmm.
he has trained his sons to come up in his life, and they hit a snag because as he's trained them and they have been doing the work for a while, they are all three kind of on different paths, and that's clashing with each other and with what their father wants. And so a whole lot of lies, betrayal, murder, and mayhem begins to happen behind it.
Yes, yes, yes. You definitely brought all the elements of the mafia world into your story. So, and I loved it, loved it, loved it.
Thank
Uh,
you.
and then I love strong families. So, and brotherhoods and sisterhoods. So I love the relationship between the brothers. That's one of my
Yes,
favorite things about it.
yes, I love it
Um, And as you can see on the screen, you all, book three is coming out tomorrow. Um,
tomorrow.
yes.
Thank you,
So congratulations on
Saint.
that.
Thank you.
Okay, so and you already answered it because I think Katina asked this in the about how did the concept come up. So the concept came from just brainstorming with the other
Yeah,
authors. Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to. For some reason, this thing is moving where I'm trying to move it down and it keeps jumping. Because we have a couple of comments. Casino said that's the best man topic, forehead kiss.
Yes. I love men who give a good forehead kiss. That's so sweet.
And Erica is saying the best man movie. You yep, y'all both said the
Yeah.
same. Oh man. Okay, so we're going to get into the book and the characters a bit. And like you said, Supreme is the oldest brother.
Yes.
And let me see, get my notes. Okay, so if you had to describe Supreme, how would you describe him as far as his personality?
Oh my gosh. Supreme is what I call the serious one. He's the oldest brother. He's the protector of everyone.
Hmm.
He is, like I said, he's serious. He's very loving on the inside, but he has a hard exterior. You can't really read him. You
Right.
gotta know him, and he keeps a lot of that shelter because of the fact that he's a protector. And on the flip side of that, he's also known as the Grim Reaper for what he
Yes.
has to do. So, if that's any indication of his personality, he is definitely that. He is, when he is brother, when he is husband, when he's son, he is all the things that you would want. He's loving,
Hmm.
he's there for you. But when he is the Grim Reaper,
Right,
that
right.
is who you don't
You
want to
don't
see
want to see
coming.
that part. You definitely don't want to get that part of him. Okay, so I love the relationship between um, Supreme and the female male character Rain, and because they met, I believe they met in grade school or something like that.
Yes, they were in elementary school where she walked into his class with the little pigtails, and he was spitting with her, and he walked over there and became her friend. And
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
they was friends until high school when they started dating, and they was together ever since.
Yes, and I love the fact that Supreme basically that anybody who came into his life when they were still just friends, that they knew that it was a package deal. That if you couldn't handle that Rain was in the picture, you had to get to stepping.
You had to go.
Exactly. That's what I loved about it too. And I figured when they met at school, I figured that Supreme knew that was gonna be his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. He knew it was like it was one of those things when he knew before she did. You know, he was
Right.
like kind of just biding his time or whatever. Because of course he was young and he wanted to. He still knew he was out there too, wanted to do some things because he was
Right.
high school. But then when she started getting a little bit too serious with that one guy, he was like, "Hold
Right.
on, wait a minute, let me
Right.
get my girl."
Yeah, almost missed his opportunity.
Exactly. He was like, "Let me get my girl." He was plotting. Then he didn't have to plot.
Yes, 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 yes. I love their relationship, and um, now she wanted him to eventually phase out that part of his life. She didn't want him to continue to be in that world. Um, what did you think, Jennifer? As far as that, do you think that he also wanted to leave on it? You know, if was he doing it for her, or did you think he really wanted to do it?
I think he really did it for her, but he also wanted to do it for him because he had been in it so long, and he he knew that it was affecting his marriage, and he
Right.
wanted to always make Rain happy.
Hmm. Would you agree with that, Aries?
Absolutely, yeah. He, of course, it might have started off with him doing it because she wanted him to, but like Jennifer said, it's like one of those things where he's gonna want to do whatever as a husband. He wants to do whatever is gonna make his marriage work.
Right,
So
right.
it's like if she's not rocking with it, then I'm not rocking with it. You know.
Hmm. Hmm. And I like that he was even willing to entertain that, because even though he loved her, it's in some instances the guy probably still would have been like, you this is the world that we're in, that I'm in. But I love that he took into consideration her feelings about it, because that doesn't
Exactly.
always happen between even for somebody who loves you, they still may not, like if he was dead set on being the enforcer or whatever, um, then it could have caused friction. But I like that he took her feelings into consideration,
Exactly.
and
And
that's
plus,
where
too,
that the softness for her comes
this
in.
exactly. And then too, he was, it's one of those things with the brothers. It's not like they were all forced into that life. So it was one of those things where he's like, you know what? At the end of the day, would I have really chosen this for
Right,
myself
right, true.
if I didn't go this way? If I wasn't forced to do this? And you're like, no, he had other things that he could do with his life. He had other talents. And she spoke to that part of him. And
Yeah,
so because of that, because he also had another pathway that he could take, he's like, I don't really need this. I don't really need to be doing
true,
this.
true. And Francis, you will not be disappointed. It was really, really good. And
Thank
you
you.
know how I am about families, strong families. You get that with the brothers for sure. They have each other's backs.
Yes.
Okay, so we were talking about this off camera. Okay,
um,
so um, because of the world that they are in, of course, there is danger. Um, and I don't know why you did this to us, but
my bad.
Rain ends up getting killed, and Supreme grieves for her, and he ends up uh, getting retribution for whoever
Yes.
he thinks killed her. Um, but what made you decide to go that route as far as killing killing Rain off,
Well, in order for everything else to kind of,
to line up?
it's lined up, so it's kind of a domino effect that happens. And in order for certain things to pan out, certain things had to
Had to
occur.
happen.
And I was like, I that thing tore me up.
But why did you do it? because I've seen others where they kill off a character, but they do it like right in the beginning where you're not invested in the character. Did you
Mm-hmm.
intentionally want us to get invested in Rain?
Absolutely, because y'all had to care about what happened to her. Y'all wouldn't care. Y'all wouldn't care what happened to her if y'all
Well,
weren't
I still would have
invested.
cared because he would have been great. I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't get all invested in her, and oh my goodness.
Yes, I needed y'all to be invested in Rain, like because I would listen. I know I was taking y'all through it because I took myself through it because I was like, I tell y'all when I got to that part, it took everything in me. I was like, you gotta go and kill this girl. You gotta, you gotta go
Yeah,
and
I'm
kill her
sorry,
now.
Rain. I'm sorry, but you gotta go,
Right, I
Jennifer.
was apologizing. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry, Rain. I'm sorry to do this to you, girl.
Oh man, Jennifer, what was your reaction when you read it?
Her face.
Oh man, I think she did. You freeze, Jennifer? I think she froze
Look, she look, she
with that
froze
expression with that expression on
with
her
an
face.
expression on her face like, now you don't even have to kill Rain.
Right? Oh my goodness. But yeah, that took me. I had my emotions all over the place. Um, and I felt so bad for him. But you know what I loved? I loved how his brothers just surrounded him and held him up and supported him because they loved Rain too. She had been in their lives for so long.
Forever. Like because she was basically like a sister to them because of the fact that she was, had been with them forever. I mean, they know her ever since basically, like for instance, for Saint, he known her ever since he was born. 'Cause he was
Right,
a baby
right,
brother. Because
right.
they had been friends since they was in elementary school together. So it's one of those things that by the time Saint even got to the age where he could talk and get to know, she was in their life. Like he didn't know nobody else but Ray.
Right. So they consider her a sister. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was hard on them too. Jennifer, so what was your reaction when that happened with Rain?
And first, let me apologize. I don't know why my internet decided it wanted to blink
That's
out
all right. We know how
because
it is when you live.
because it's raining here in Virginia. So every time it rains at my house, my internet wants to act funny.
Yeah,
Of
I
course.
understand.
Oh, Miss Aries, I wanted to inbox you at 3, 4 o'clock this morning and tell you. I said I done got invested in rain. They getting ready to have this baby, and she done announced it at her birthday party, and then here this happened outside her shop, and I'm in the bed boohooing, y'all. I'm an emotional reader, so
Oh.
I'm in there. Look, I'm in there going through it with Supreme too.
You and Supreme going through it
Right,
together. Y'all
right,
going
right.
through it together.
Oh my goodness.
I
Listen,
text I text Cheryl this afternoon. I told her, I said
Yes,
that thing was a piece of work.
yes, yes.
yes, I'll try to tell you, it was one of those things where, and I mean, and like I said, even with Supreme, like I had to take you guys through the emotions. So even going through like all of the things with the parents, with the funeral, like it was. They were like, "Girl, you took us. They were like, you took us through it with Rain, okay?
Right, right, right.
It's like you
Yeah, it was
took us
very detailed, the
through it.
funeral, and like I'm like, oh my goodness, like we were sitting there attending the funeral.
My,
Uh,
yeah,
Katina, yes, you will love it because she another one. We both love mafia stories, so yeah, you'll love this,
yes.
and we both
My
love strong
bestie
families.
my bestie went off on me. Now my bestie did call me. She was like, "Now wait a minute." She said, "I know what you said you was gonna do." She said, "But girl, that man walking down that church aisle," she said, "I said, now why she do this to me?" She was like, "I'm up here crying, real tears." She said, and I put this book. I was talking about some. These ain't no real people.
Right. You had to. I had to keep reminding myself, like, oh my goodness. Um.
Me
Okay.
too. I
So.
said, let me get myself together.
Right. Right. Okay. So. Supreme's brothers were there to support him, but also Rain's friend Aviva
Yes.
um, also was there to support him, and I think he felt close to Rain by being with her. Am I correct in thinking that that was
Yes.
what drew him as far as her?
Yes. And she well, Aviva's occupation.
Right,
Naturally she just understood that portion of what he was going through in a different way than anybody
right,
else could, because
right,
she had this other perspective and she had to deal with it. So she knew how to be emotionally detached but sympathetic and empathetic. Like, she had that right mix, and so that kind of made them have that bond. And plus, too,
right,
she was friends with Rain, so
right,
it was also not just that portion, but the fact that this woman was his wife's friend, and
right,
she knew her, and she was grieving too, but she understood it, and she wasn't overly emotional. So he
right.
needed somebody who could kind of help him tackle his emotions and kind of deal with it.
Right, because she actually took a lot of the burden off of him because she took
Hmm.
care of everything, even
Yeah,
more so than his family, as far as like the details
yeah,
of what needed
yeah.
to be done. Um, Myra says she can't wait to read the book and she's going to get it tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
You will love it. You will love it, Myra. Erica is saying she feels so silly. I watched multiple IG lives of Aries and didn't realize that's who she is. A lot of people get shocked. She said she even won
Yes.
a book from one of her sessions and she didn't realize you were.
Ah.
Yes, yes, yes. The last time she was on the show, I'm like, I keep almost calling you something else, but so I'm sure a lot of people had that reaction.
Yes, they do. I had one today. As a matter of fact, it's funny that y'all said that. I had a reaction
Okay.
today.
Because when you came on the first time, it was as your other alter ego,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the second time it was as Aries Scott. Yeah,
yeah.
but
I had an author friend text me, and she sent me a picture of Aries, and she took some girl. Now, when she said this had passed by my little feed, I don't know how many times, I was like, I know this lady.
right, right, right. Oh man, but I loved how Aviva stepped in and she just took care of him, but she wasn't like crossing any lines or anything like that. She just truly wanted to be a friend, a friend for Rain and take care of him and make sure everything was as it should be.
Yes, she
So I
did. She
appreciated that it wasn't any kind of like ulterior motive or anything like that.
exactly. It wasn't. Some readers think, but honestly, it wasn't. She really didn't have any ulterior motive. She was like, that was her job. She did her job, and she was, being there for him, being a friend, just being, a source of strength for everybody.
Right.
But that's all it was.
So some people thought it was somewhere too.
Yes, that was that investment in the rain. That's what that was.
Right, right. Because
They
it was
probably
hard for
looking
me
for
too
that
to
girl.
switch my mind. Yeah, to switch my. But what about you, Jennifer? Did you think she was that she had an ulterior motive, or she was just being a friend for Rain?
She was just being a friend. And I think because she was a friend of Rain's, that Supreme gravitated towards her, because
Hmm.
otherwise he wouldn't have broke down and started crying in her arms and all of that.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, it was different. It was just like flipping the switch a little bit, and like, okay, so Rain is gone, and now what's happening with this?
Right, right. It was just everybody's investment into rain. They love rain.
Right. Oh man.
I love
Okay.
rain too.
Right. Say, but she just had to go. She just had
She
to.
just had,
But I
she had,
do love that he still, honors her and respects her, and
yeah.
um that she, like he said, she's always going to hold a special place in his heart. I don't know if that was in Savior's book that he said that or his, because I finished Savior yesterday. But
He is definitely, that was his wife. Like he didn't plan on being with anybody
right.
else. That was his wife. So yeah, he
In a long
absolutely loves
time,
her.
they've been together a long time. Even before they were together romantically, they still were best friends. So
Right.
yeah,
Hmm.
even deeper connection.
Look,
Um,
a small part of me thought maybe she gonna bring her back in the end or
right,
something.
like a Bobby Ewing type thing. It was all a dream,
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
all a dream.
Listen, and I actually, that was one of my struggles. I was like, man, I really don't want Rain. And I said, I can't do. I know. I said I can't do the soap opera drama. She gone. She got to stay gone. She got to stay gone.
Right, right.
Look, I was
Yeah.
holding out hope when she took and told him what she told him before she took her last birth. I was like, she done did it
Mhm,
to me. She done did it
mhm.
to me.
Yes, yes, and we have to talk about the relationship between Supreme and his father before we end, because that's another important relationship in his life. But they had such a contentious relationship, and I'm trying to figure out where it came from. Because his father was always harder, it looked like, on him than the other two boys.
So, Samson, that is a complicated man, and you get deeper and deeper into him because, woo, what's funny, I told you the character shaped himself when I had my idea what I was gonna do. Samson was going to be this loving, great man, and as I actually, plotted out his character, I was like, mm, okay, all right, here
So
you go.
he got some layers to him for sure.
You
Like
got
it was,
yeah, he is not what I intended for him to be.
Oh, he definitely wasn't, because I was like, mm.
well, what surprised me when Supreme choked him up and he allowed him to do it. I didn't. That kind of surprised me a little bit.
His dad is like, and I say this, I'll say this because I think this is something that will. Samson has a story, that's gonna kind of lay out why he is the way he is. Because of
Okay.
course, every person has a past and they have
Hmm.
trauma. And so his dad, to be quite honest with you, he is like, those are his sons, but Samson is sadistic and diabolical. he For him, it's like he got a rush. If you honestly think about it, he got a rush off of the fact that
That his son
Supreme
stood up to him.
stood up and choked him up, because the reason why he knew his son was trying to step away. He was like, when he brought that side back up out of him, he was like, it's still there. That Grim Reaper's still
Right.
there.
Right.
He's still here. So he was excited. So it's like the things that you would think that he would get upset about,
Right.
he's not, because he himself is not, or he's twisted in the
He not
brain.
wrapped too tight either.
Right.
Mm.
So
Twisted
he
is
got some
right.
satisfaction from seeing his son act out like that.
Exactly,
Mm.
exactly. He is, that man is not wrapped.
Well, I can't wait to read Saint's book tomorrow when it comes out. And so, is that the last book, or you said Samson gonna get an extra his own story, or is it gonna be in Saint's book?
He's gonna get an extra story. Like
Oh, okay, okay,
it's like, yeah, I know people are going to hate him as they do. Like from book one, they hate
right,
him.
right.
And I was like, I gotta tell his story to make it, at least make it make sense. You still probably gonna hate him, but
I'm
this
about to
is
say, you gonna redeem him? You gonna try to redeem
no,
him?
this is not a redemption. Now depending on some people, they may want a redemption or they may feel like he's redeemed. But this is not a redemption story. This is why this fool is the way this fool
Okay,
is.
yeah, because I'm like, I do not like him at all. But
Me
don't
either.
don't don't don't, don't
Me
nobody like
either.
Steph.
Yeah, he could kick rocks for real. Um,
Exactly. Samson is one of those characters where I care absolutely nothing about him at all.
right. And what's so fun with the thing is that all three they love their father, but they also all of them have like that type of except for Saint had that kind of like friction because even in Savior's book when I read it, he
Hmm.
knew his father too was full of mess.
Exactly. Saint is the only one who has on some rose colored
Right,
shades with him
right.
because his dad has a different relationship with him.
With him.
It is, and it's interesting. It's interesting, and even that is twisted, as you will
Okay.
see in Saint.
Mm.
Oh man, you know what? I love interesting family dynamics reading about. So I'm loving it. And I can't wait to see how things turn out in Saint's book. Um, and
Yes,
especially since he always talking about like ragging on his brothers about falling in love because he's the playboy of the bunch.
yes. Listen, Saint is like he is for the streets. Okay,
Yes.
he is for the streets, both literally with women and figuratively with women, and literally in the streets. He is the wild card. He is the one that if anybody, like wants to be a part of mob ties and all of that, like it is Saint. He is
Okay.
down for it. His other brothers is like, the Saint is like, nah,
He 10 toes
you
down.
your nigga was down for it. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. This is the life.
Oh man. I can't wait to read it. So we're at time, but before you go, can you tell us I know that's coming out tomorrow, but do you have anything else besides I know you gave us a little glimpse saying Samson's gonna have a book. Anything else you're working on?
Yes, I am working on. Well, I'm actually finished with Love on Board is book 3 of the Love On series. Now that's contemporary romance with the Richard sisters. So this one is about Akila and Roman. Akila was the married sister, but when you get to
Right.
the end of Love on Board, you'll see.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's a prologue that leads. The prologue to Love on Board is at the end of Love on the Rebound. And
Okay.
so everybody has been waiting for the homeboy because of that prologue. But yes, so her book comes out January the 27th. I'm excited for that one. I am working on another book. It's a Christmas book. It won't come out until December 2026, but it's Love Me Down to Christmas. That is also a contemporary holiday romance, and I'm so excited about that
Well, I
one.
think I did see that. It must have been at the back of Supreme's book. I saw it somewhere about a Christmas. I can't remember where I
I
saw
think
it.
I, I
Yeah.
think I did write it in there that that book was coming. Love Me Down to Christmas. So that book is coming December 2026. I cannot wait for
Oh, I
that.
cannot wait either.
I'm
I
a
love
Hallmark
Christmas
girly,
stories.
so this is like a Hallmark style, romance, and I can't wait.
Okay. Hi, Donna. Thank you for joining us this evening. All right. Everybody, if you haven't read her Love on I'm about to say Love on the Ninth Floor, which is book 1, and then book 2 is Love on the Rebound.
Yes.
And then if you haven't read those, I just started the second one, but I'm already loving it.
Yes.
And I love Love on the Ninth Floor. So if you haven't read that those two books, make sure to get those as well. You will not be
Yes.
disappointed.
And this is Saint,
Oh,
y'all.
I can't
Oh,
wait. I
I
can't
love that
wait.
cover.
Thank you. Saint comes out tomorrow. So I'm excited.
Well, happy release date, pre-release day for tomorrow.
Thanks.
Mm.
Congratulations on the new release. I'm excited to, like I said, read it and finish up the other series as well. And then I'll look out for the Christmas book because I can't wait for that either.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Mara, you said you did what? Or unless she means she got the book. I don't know if that's what. Oh, you mean you? Oh, okay, but I asked about if she read the other series. Okay, she said
Okay,
she did.
okay.
Okay,
Mm.
Thank you.
Because I think she was in the audience too when you were on last time. So yeah, I believe she
Okay.
was. Yeah.
Okay. I absolutely I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support.
You are very welcome. I love having you on the show. So we got to get you back when the third book comes out. When did the third book come out? In January? For
January 27th.
okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to have you back on. Oh, she said she got all of them when you were on last time.
Oh wow, thank you.
Yeah, love it, love it, love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a pleasure having you back. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. A pleasure to talk to both of you as well.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, you too.
All right.
Bye
Have a
bye.
great one. Okay, so we're going to get into our second segment, which is our highlights for the week. It should be an exit on there. Okay. Okay, so Jennifer, you want to go first? You want me to go first? Let me turn this off.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Y'all, I was undecided this week because I had two, and they're like my comfort books because I'll take and read different scenes from them on a day that I
Okay,
need
and I don't you love
comfort.
that when you have your comfort books that you just go back
Yeah,
to. I have a few like that too. So which one you want to start with?
the free game,
Okay.
and I got the hard copy right here.
Okay, so you got it right there. Okay.
That's that's the hard copy. And if you love music, you're gonna
I love
love
music.
that book.
And I think somebody else had said something to me about free game. I think somebody in the group had said something about it.
Yeah, it's about free game. It's about Kima B, and this is the book overview. Receptionist Isis Bennett isn't looking to be booed up, opting out of complications of love and relationships completely. She's single, carefree, and loving it, and that will never change until Freedom Owens steps into her job, challenging the love 'em and leave 'em attitude that has always worked for her. Newly retired superstar rapper Freedom is looking for a change of scenery. After dealing with his ex, love is the last thing on his mind. That is until he walks into a kiss of ink and encounters a certain dreadlock beauty. After their brief interaction, he wants to make her his, but there's just one small hitch to his plans. She doesn't do rappers. Isis plans to stay far away from.
Uh-oh, Jennifer, I think you froze. Katina, you said black while Jennifer is getting her internet together. You said black is one of your comfort books. Yes, I still, I've read black at least. I think I read it 3 times. The first book in the Black series, and then I've listened to it too. um. Okay, so let me see. She's coming back. Oh, what happened? Okay, here she is.
I'm sorry, y'all. This rain and this internet, man.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
And it's Isis plans to stay far away from the handsome entertainer. To her, he's a player like the rest of them and refuses to let him or anyone play her. When a dare shifts things between them, she's prepared to do what she does best, leave him right where he's at. However, Freedom is determined to prove that he has more to offer than just late night pleasure of their arrangement. He plans to teach her a thing or two about love. Will Isis ever be ready and willing to receive free game?
Love it, love it. And I do. I love stories with music and sports. Those are two of my favorites.
And Cheryl, the way he loved Isis, oh my gosh.
Oh
He
my
had
God. Okay.
he had two nicknames. For once he called her Brownie and her Icy Girl because of how she was, but it was why she didn't like rappers.
Okay. So it was a reason behind it. Okay.
Yeah, it was a reason behind it, and and it was a reason why she didn't want to do relationships and love because she had seen her mom and her brother and her sister and her best friend go through bad relationships.
Okay. So look, you making my TBI grow even more because I'm gonna have to check this out because I do love stories that are
Oh,
about men. Yeah.
you go love it. I wouldn't steer y'all wrong. And the second book, I got the hard copy to that too, is What You've Been Missing. And this is her sister's book.
I'll put it up just in. Let me see.
Yeah, if they
Oh,
can't
so this
see
is
it
part of
because
this is part this is part of that same. Okay, that same world. Okay.
yeah, it's part of the same world. And this is her oldest sister. Something was this is the book overview. Something was missing. Songwriter India Jolie Bennett has spent the last 20 years being loyal to the wrong man. After letting her rapper ex and son's father go for good, she decides a change of scenery is in order. When her sister's boyfriend hits her with an offer she can't refuse, she heads down to Crystal Beach for some extended fun in the sun and an exciting new career on the horizon. Single and child free, she jumps head first into her newfound freedom, leading to a passionate one night stand with a tall, dark, and handsome stranger that owes her nothing. Her only regret is that she'll never see him again. Retired tattoo artist and entrepreneur Raymond Sosa Pierre isn't in the mood to babysit a grown woman. That's exactly what his old friend asked of him regarding their girlfriend's sister that's staying next door. He agrees, expecting to simply check in from time to time. What he doesn't expect is for her to be the beautiful, sexy, and incredibly tempting woman he shared a heated night of passion with. Aware of her past, Raymond has no plans on being the rebound, but there's something about India that makes him wants to give her everything she desires. India thinks it's impractical to fall out of love with one man and into love with another so soon. Unable to deny Raymond is everything her heart's desire. She's willing to give love another try. With a bitter ex, a connection between the two men that's too close for comfort, and reservations on both sides tear them apart. Or will they choose the love they deserve instead now that they found what they've been missing?
So this is part of the rap world as well. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's a retired tattoo artist, but he's friends with Freedom.
Okay.
So yeah, and it gets with her ex, something happens in the book. So you'll get to where their connection with her ex and Raymond lies. But India is a single mother, and her ex boyfriend and baby daddy is a rapper. So
Okay. Okay.
so when you reflect back on Isis book, you'll see why that's why she had a hard time because of the way the ex-boyfriend did her sister.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this is so good. Raymond is a little bit older than India, but it didn't take away from the book at all. And the way he loved her, whew,
Okay.
get ready, I'm gonna tell y'all, get something nice and cold and just Because that book right there,
Say
let me
steamy.
let me just say, it's gonna have a few of y'all jumping on your significant others or husbands or whatever that you have. Because
Okay, okay.
I'm single, so I ain't had nobody.
Oh man. Okay, so now I'm really intrigued. I'm gonna have to check both of them out.
Yes, check
Um,
about. I wouldn't steer y'all wrong, and they both are not long reads at all. Well,
okay.
what you've been missing is a little longer than Free Game, but I just had to tell y'all about that because about those two books because I was undecided about what I was gonna do
Right, but
for
if
my
they and
highlight.
then they're connected, so it makes sense that you would do both
Yeah,
of them. Yeah.
so
Okay, Katina is saying when we were talking about comfort reads, she said yes, she listened. Oh, and then I was saying that I read Black at least 3 times and then listened to it. But yeah, she was saying she listened to the scene where Black begged Sunday for forgiveness. Yeah, that was a good scene. And Erica is saying that she needs to finish the Black series. She made it to book 3 or 4. Yeah, you definitely need to finish it, Erica. That's still one of my top.
and I need to start it because I got it on audio. I don't think I got all the books. I think I got like books 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah, you definitely, Jennifer, need to check out Black. You will not be disappointed because Black is something else, man. He gonna have you swooning.
And Cheryl, another one. I have listened to 10,000 Hours with a Menace
Mm-hmm.
like 3, 4 times
Oh, for
because
real?
I love Menace and Steve,
Okay.
Mitchell and Wanda.
So the narration must be good if you listen to it instead of reading it.
I read it, but then I listened to it too. So I done listened to it like 3, 4 times already. Miles Washington did something to make Menace come alive and seem so real for me.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to check it out, but I have to see if I get my audible back. But just was it on the other one ever ran? Is it on there too?
I think it is on Everand. I'm not sure.
I'll check it. I'll check and see. Let me see. She talking. What you talking about? Continue. You talking about what she was talking about with the steamy book, and it's gonna have you jumping all over your husband. Oh man. Um, Erica is saying they were good, but I needed a break from the heaviness. Yeah, it is because back in that world. But you know what I loved about, even though it was in that era of slavery, they were they. I love that they fought back and were self-efficient. So I love that aspect of it. Let me see. And oh, she's saying girl about Black. Yes, he did do that. Yeah, Jennifer she gonna love her some Black for real, for real. One thing that I love about the series, Joan is Vassar is so good at showing the intimacy, showing having the men be so intimate and show intimacy with their women, where you don't see that a lot, especially with that era. So I love that aspect too. Like you get the little things where they're feeding their woman, or Black and Sunday used to have their moments where they take a bath together, and that was their time together. I just loved all the little intimate scenes. Erica is saying, same, Jennifer. I've listened to it multiple times. Those were hilarious. You said you got your best friend hooked on it. I got so many people hooked. I haven't really talked up Menace and them as much as I need to because Menace is good. Um, he is definitely crazy. Oh, Katina was talking about Menace. Okay, yeah. I loved him too. And he was so crazy. But Stevie, like you said, she was perfect for him.
Yeah,
Perfect.
look, she was, because anybody that could deal with him smoking up under her breath.
All right, I'm going to get it. Pull up my. I had a few of them that I was thinking about, but I decided to do this one this week because I read this back in 2020 during the pandemic, and it's a series. This is book one of the series, and I loved it so much that I had to talk to Elle about it. We had a Zoom chat. You probably was in it on it, Jennifer, the Zoom chat. But
Yes, my favorite book, my introduction into her.
yes, this is, and I had read when I think it was Wellspring. I read that was my first one by her, but I really, really love this series because it gave me a lot of stuff that I love, like strong friendships, and I love friendships between men and women where that's where they're strictly friends and not trying to be the boyfriend and all that kind of stuff. So I love that aspect of it too. Okay, so this genre is African American women's fiction and African American romance. It was released in July of 2015, but I discovered it in 2020, and that's when I read it during the height of the pandemic. And it's 370 pages. Again, this is book one in the series. The series is called Edge of Scandal, and this one is called The Forbidden Man. The synopsis is Sydney Williams has forgiven her fiance, Dan, more times than she can count, but his latest betrayal just days before their wedding is too big to ignore. Shocking her friends and family, she calls off the engagement. She walks out on Dan and into the arms of his brother Morgan. Known as a player, Morgan Smith has secretly spent years fighting his feelings for Sydney. When Dan's latest dirty deed leaves Sydney devastated, Morgan can't stop himself from coming to her rescue. What begins as a friendship quickly escalates into all consuming passion. Despite their intense connection, Sydney would rather deny her desire than become between brothers. But as Morgan is determined to make Sydney his, Dan won't give her up without a fight. And man, this book it has so much going on, so many layers, and I love the dynamics between the brothers and the complicated relationship between Dan and Sydney. Sydney was dealing with a past trauma that she had when she was in college, and Dan was the one who came to her rescue. So even he was a serial cheater, and she would always forgive him and take him back. And I think my thoughts back then, I was thinking that, and I think I talked to Elle about this on the Zoom, is that it was out of guilt or obligation because he was there for her when she really, really needed him. But this last time when it happens right before they were getting married was the final straw. So she didn't go back to him. But I wrote down to my review of the book. The review, I gave it 4 stars. And my review is I enjoyed this book. I love the romantic relationship between Morgan and Sydney, but I love the friendship between them even more. The bonds of friendship was strong throughout the book with all the characters, and I loved it. The secret of Morgan and Sydney seeing each other behind Caden's back went on too long, in my opinion. Although I agree that Dan was a horrible boyfriend, fiance to Sydney. I think as a brother, Morgan should have come clean sooner. Overall, I enjoyed this book and highly recommend. And then my thoughts on it is that I enjoyed the entire series. It's 4 books. I love the strong friendships between the characters and the family dynamics. The fact that Dan now Elle did a great job of depicting Dan, who was bipolar, and his mental health issues. And I loved how she showed how erratic his behavior was, and she also showed how how it only not only affects the individual, but it also affects the people that are around them. And even with the mental health challenges, the character sometimes used it as a crutch, not taking responsibility for his actions, and those around him also didn't help because they were enabling them. So they made it easy for him to do a lot of the things he was doing. For the female character, Sydney has something, like I said, traumatic happen to her. And I think that experience still had an impact on her life and how she moved in her relationship with Dan. Um, including staying with him when he was not treating her well and continuing to cheat on her. But so good. It was such all the characters were well developed. Um, there were there were strong friendships, and so they always supported each other, had each other's backs. Um, just loved it. Jennifer, you do you remember anything about it that you loved about the when you
Oh,
read?
I love the whole series, and
Mhm.
I was in I think I was in Barnes and Nobles one day, and I was looking for a new book to read or whatever, and I was just going through the African American section or whatever, and I saw that book, and I said, "Oh, I've never read her before."
Mhm.
And after I got the book and read it, I had to reach out to Elle, because I mean it was so good, and I agree with you about Dean, because it was like he was using his condition
Mhm.
and not taking accountability for it.
Yes, and that actually made it a little easier for me to digest Sydney and Morgan
With
sticking
being
around,
together. Yeah.
because he really was not good for her. And I just thought that it went on a little too long with them doing the sneaking around. I wanted him to step up and I think when I was talking to Elle on in our chat, that I actually said I wanted him to man up and just tell his brother what was because he wasn't in any way, shape, or form able to say too much because he was he was the way he treated Sydney
Yeah,
and
the way
then always, yeah.
he treated Sydney was terrible. And I
Mhm.
wouldn't have kept on taking him back, bipolar or not, because
Yeah.
you know
Uh-oh. It looked like she froze again. Has anybody in the audience read The Forbidden Man or any of the books in the series An Edge of Scandal? If you have, let me know and let me know what your thoughts are on the series. Um, you know what? I'm not sure. You know what? I'm not sure. Jennifer, you know if any of these books are on Audible?
yeah, all of them are on Audible.
Okay.
And I apologize again, y'all. My internet keep going in and out, so I had to
Yeah,
switch
we
it to
understand.
my mobile data on my phone. So
Yeah, we understand it's out of your control. That's no problem. But yeah, Katina, you will love them because you love strong friendships too, like me, and just the relationship. They were so many different layers. It was, and then we get like a little mystery too, some suspense and mystery. I don't know if it was in this book. It was in one of the books in the series where it was some stuff going on. Um,
I think it was book two.
okay,
Was the
okay.
book was it book two?
It was either two or three, I believe, when we
Book
started
two or three?
yeah, or it might have carried over from two
Yeah,
into three. Yeah. Um,
because the last book is a Christmas book with all of them in it.
right. Yes, all of them are great reads. It's still one of my favorites of hers, and she's read and I've read some good ones of hers, but this is still has a certain place in my heart because I really love this series. Um, yes, it was a good series by her. You read all three first and then had to backtrack. Oh, you read book three. Okay. Yeah, all of them are good. And it's a fourth one, Erica, the Christmas one in that series. The age range, I want to say that they might probably like late early 30s, maybe early 30s. They're not
Early 30s,
yeah, they're not young
50s.
young. Yeah. Yeah, they're not young. But they were friends in college and then some of them are related like Morgan and Dan have another brother Kent and then Sydney's brother is Red and Red is friends with the guys plus all of them are friends so even the men and the women are friends too and they all support each other so I love that aspect of it um like one of the men and the women they're like best friends It is what it is. Oh, Erica, you read them all. Okay. Yes, and it very good. And I have to finish the rest of her books because I'm behind on her Young series too.
I am
Um,
too, Cheryl. I'm
yeah,
behind on her Young series too, but I got them all. They own my Kindle. That's
yeah,
why I
just gotta
said I
get
need
to it.
to
Right,
get
just gotta
those.
get to it. Oh man, that's what I was telling one of the authors that was on recently. That because I'm behind on a couple of her books too in the series, but like I tell her, it's difficult because I read for the show now, and so when somebody's coming on, I have to make sure I'm reading for that, and then I still have my arcs and stuff I'm reading for and all that. So actually, I just finished two arcs that I had to do a review on, and I was behind on one of them. So, but a lot of reading, a lot of reading. But everybody, thank you so much for coming out today. And if you haven't read Supreme and Savior, believe me, you will love them, especially if you love like mafia type books, mafia romance. Um, very, very good. And I can't wait to read Saint's book. Um, and I tell you, I enjoyed Supreme so much that I went right into Savior's book, and Jennifer did too. So.
Yeah, that was me too. So I was like, I'm here at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning going into his book.
Yep. So you will not be disappointed. And also, if you haven't read her Love, what's the other one called? Love. I can't remember what the series is called, but Love on the Ninth Floor, and then the other one is Love on the Rebound. If you haven't read those, then those are also very good. Those are contemporary romance, and those have three sisters in it. So that too has family dynamic storyline, and they're all very tight and very supportive of each other. Even though they have some sisterly stuff that always goes on too, but um, also a great series. Thank you, Katina. Thank you. Um, and I'm so glad I got through it without any problems like last week and the week before. But you and Jennifer, you and Katina, y'all stepped up. Y'all made it. Y'all made it work. So I appreciate you
Well,
all.
I'm here for you anytime. I don't be doing anything. My grandson was here earlier and he was like, Mom Jenny, I just don't see how you read all the time.
You got to get him. You got to get him into read. Get him some good children's books.
And that's the thing. I got him good children's book and
He ain't trying to
none of
read.
my grandkids ain't they not like me.
Right,
But then
right,
his daddy and my youngest, they didn't like reading either unless it was for school. So
right. You know what you probably can do too for him, and I was gonna do this for my grandson. Get him some comic books, see if he can get into comics, because he does like the Marvel world on the movies. So I say I might get him some comic books to see if he get
I'm
into
gonna
those.
try that and see that for CJ too because
Mhm.
he's 8 and so
Yep, he may get into those, especially if he already is a fan of that world for the movies. Yeah, but and that'll get him, where he's reading and got the graphics in there, so that's sometimes easier for them to digest. But again, thank you everybody. That's our show for the evening. And let me see. I have next week. Next week, Aisha Bree will be on talking about her book in Love and Scrubs. I think it's Stat is her book. So we'll be talking
yes, that
about.
is her book. Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that next week talking to her. And so I hope you all can join in next week as well. All right, everybody, have a great evening and continue to get lit with the Book Buzz Show. I appreciate you all.